Now that fall is upon us, it's a great time to learn some of the rich and beautiful culture of Native Americans of New England.
So today we have an expert, Larry Spotted Crow Man. He's an educator. He's also the author of a great book, which you have right here. And you're here to tell us all about Native American culture. And let's start by what you're wearing. And you don't wear this every day. That's important to note.
Right. This is called our regalia, our traditional clothing that we wear. And as you see, we have the feathers and we have the traditional leather here. And the most important thing I want to say that is it has a spiritual significance to our people. So we never call it costumes. We never want to wear it on Halloween, and it's something that we wear to honor. And like, as you said, I don't wear this every day, but I really want to wear this today to share with the people what's very important to Native people still today, the millions of Native people that are still around with us.
I think it's wonderful that you keep that alive, that you celebrate that tradition and that culture and you don't let it go. You realize the significance, and I think it's great that you still are keeping it alive, and you're also teaching it to kids.
Yes, yes. I travel to many schools, universities, colleges, and I'm just recently back from Iceland, Greenland, northern Quebec, and so I get to travel the world, and I'm really grateful to the Great Spirit that I'm allowed to do what I love, and also it's really sharing the message of peace and love and unity and culture that's many times is forgotten in the United States and throughout the world that so much people don't know about.
So when you go to these schools and when you help to teach kids and help them remember, what are the main points that you get out to them? What do you want everybody at home here in Western Mass and kids all around the world, what do you want them to get out of your teachings?
Much like my people, the Nipmuc people, the Native Americans are still here. We're part of your communities. We're like everyday people, and as I said, we don't dress like this every day. Our culture is very important to us, so if we see people making fun or doing the silly things, it really offends us. So these are the important things I want to also say, and also that we have a rich contribution to, as you know, America being our home. So we've contributed many things to the country and throughout the world.
And some of the things you contributed is to the world of music. And we have some items here. Tell us what these are and what they represent.
Okay, what I really wanted to bring today was this, which is called a water drum. And this is very indigenous to the Eastern Woodland people. And that's the regalia I'm wearing is Eastern Woodland, like this Gastoy. And so it's called a water drum. And as you see, you take this part out here, and water goes inside here, and you close it back, and you turn it up a little bit, and it gets the leather part wet, and it makes a beautiful resonant sound.
No way.
And has a beautiful ping to it. And so this is a very Eastern Woodland. This is specifically from the East, this drum here.
And you have another drum here. Now what's this?
This is a traditional hand drum, and it's played many different ways, and tribes throughout the U.S. and Canada use this, and I'll demonstrate with a song later.
And lastly, we have books to communicate, but back in the day, they had wampum belts, and that's what this is.
Absolutely, and it's funny because we call it a belt, but it's actually literally a book because it tells the story of our people, it tells the history, it tells the culture, it can tell what tribe you're from, it can tell if you've been in any battles, and this is a belt from our people here. You have the people walking to the Thunderbird, and they go to the Tree of Peace, and they come out to the traditional pipe.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. It's interesting. My daughter is her favorite movie right now is Pocahontas, and we watch it all the time, and it's just, it's teaching her about that. I mean, granted, it's a Disney movie, but it's still beautiful that, you know, these things are still in front of children. Right.
And that's my goal is when I come into schools, because unfortunately there were a lot of misconceptions and misinformation about Native American people. So when I go to school, I get a lot of questions. I never call them silly, but there's always questions that really are like, do you still dress in regalia? Did you come here in a canoe? And things like that. So, so it's very important to get people to bring us into the 21st century.
Exactly.
Because we're not, I mean, this was from a specific time, but as I said, we honor our traditions by continuing to wear this.
Now, Larry, unfortunately, we're almost out of time, but if you wouldn't mind taking us out, you have a song that you're going to play. It's a song of hope. And so much more. So you don't mind taking it?
Right. This is the Nipmuc Healing Song, and just like I said, the book is something that is pretty much brings all this together. And I'm so happy that book is across the world, and just much like my music here. So I'm going to share.
Take it away.
Thank you. Nina one behind them. Way, hey, you, hey. way ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya, way ha, hey ha. Ya da da. Man of the needs get away yo. Nina one would Jesse Kenium. Ka eyu ti eyu, ba yu te yu, aquani in a walk. Nina one behind them, Nina one behind them. Way oh hey oh hey ah, way oh hey oh hey ah, way ha hey ha. Good job. Thank you.